Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of Ghost Encounters of the Third Kind. We've got a full team again. Me, Nick T, Nixie, Marie and Faye. How are you guys?
Good evening.
I'm alright.
Well, I'm awake now.
Oh,
We've woken up now.
Can I just start by saying I apologise up front if I have a cough or I get a bit croaky. Just ignore me and carry on amongst yourselves.
Oh, I thought you were going
Thank
for
you.
the Rod Stewart's appearance.
I couldn't talk at all at the weekend, Faye, could I?
No.
So this
was
is
a blessing.
a great improvement. So, but I might go into a little bit of a coughing fit. So, just ignore me.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't do much talking myself this weekend.
No.
So,
yeah.
And why is that, Nick?
It was a good weekend.
yes, we went camping.
In a cloud. We slept in a cloud for 3 days, didn't
Yes, we did, yeah.
Excellent.
we? Rained all the time.
Yeah, it was a bit rough, wasn't it, at the weekend?
Yeah, Saturday was okay, Friday was a nightmare. It just rained. And
So, did you enjoy yourselves on your little camping expedition?
Yes, it was good, yes. It was an
Educational.
experience. Yes, it was an experience.
Fantastic.
There wasn't much room for anything else anyway.
Hey! Yeah.
It was good. Very good.
Right, I'm just going to... I've just been reading an article about the Crying Boy paintings. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's just coincidences, or do you believe that everything burnt down and the picture was the only thing standing, or do you think, a bit of propaganda?
I don't know if it's propaganda. What would it be propaganda for?
Might be propaganda.
Mass hysteria, more
Yes, I
like,
think,
because
yeah.
people were outside throwing them on bonfires and things,
Yeah.
weren't they? Take them out the
It
house.
did cause a bit of a...
So evidence-wise, how many actually supposedly caused fires?
I don't know the exact amount, but I know there's a lot.
So it did actually. A lot of houses caught fire with that picture in.
Yeah.
Did
When
they?
but the only
Every
thing
house did
is,
have one.
nearly every other house in the 70s had one of them pictures in
Yeah.
it, in the 80s. We had one. I can remember us having one in our house. But our house never caught fire. So,
Yeah, and the wiring wasn't the best in the 70s, neither
No.
was it?
no,
I bet that bloke was rubbing his hands who printed all them up.
I bet.
I bet he did, yeah.
Not so easy to get a hold of now, are they?
No, that's because all the museums have got them.
Museums.
All the haunted museums have got them now, and...
I think it was just. I'm not sure that it was anything connected to the actual painting, was it? I don't know.
Well, it's all depends whether you believe in a cursed object to begin with, doesn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, but if it
One
was,
object.
If it was a print, if it was mass produced, which obviously it sounds like it was, are all of them cursed or what? I don't know. You know.
I don't. Yeah, like Nick said, how does like thousands of paintings are all cursed? Maybe the original or the hand painted one, possibly, but all those prints, how could they?
Unless unless it was put on by intention and the guy printing them had a really crappy day and he was doing running thousands off and he was putting bad intention on all of them thousands.
So we think that the guy who printed him was a witch?
I don't know.
No.
I used to be a printer.
Did you do any? Did you print any of that?
Did you used to do that, Nick? Did you used to have bad intention on stuff
No.
that you printed on?
No, I couldn't care less about what stuff I printed.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know if maybe the fires were caused by people believing that they were cursed, so they put the intention out there themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just thought I'd ask a question because I was just reading it before you.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the different pictures as well?
There's 8. If you just get that behind you there, there's 8 different
Yeah.
Crying Boy
So
pictures.
they can't all be.
No.
Was there any crying girls?
We don't cry.
They don't cry.
We don't cry.
They're real, man.
I believe that there was a painting of a woman, wasn't there, that was meant to be a bit.
Is there any kills on that? There isn't it? No, well, that's about the crying boy pictures.
See, I've never seen all for them.
No. Some are more famous. The second one the second one is the most famous one. Sorry for you listening, you can't see what we can see here.
That's the one everybody's
one.
got.
Yeah, that's the one everybody's got, yeah.
Sorry, this is really rude, isn't it? We're looking at pictures and nobody can see what we're looking at. But
It doesn't give you no figures, though, does it?
No.
The fires or coincidences.
So I don't know where they...
It was the fact, though, that when they tried to get rid of them, they couldn't get rid of them.
They wouldn't burn,
They wouldn't
apparently,
burn.
would they?
But is that just down to something that's on the canvas that was used in them days? Possibly.
Yeah. Like a fire retardant spray or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've tried burning oil painting. And have a go.
Would burn, I would think. I know the glossy paper, that's because it's got it's like got a china glaze on it. Paper it used to have anyway. When it was highly glossed, it had like a Chinese glaze thing on it. It's very shiny. See, doing something every day, don't you?
You do.
The prints wouldn't have it, would they? Or would they?
I wouldn't have thought so. Right.
Were they
I
canvas?
would say they were canvas, yeah.
Yeah.
They were probably made out of some dodgy material back then, something like asbestos or...
So, I mean, well, the question is if they were cursed and wherever they hung caused fires, then surely everywhere they hung would catch fire. And also, the ones that are now left that hang in these museums, would they not catch fire? Why have they all of a sudden stopped catching fire?
I thought about trying to get one for you, and then I thought, do I jump on that? I don't know. You know what I mean? Do I want to come here and there's no Nook? I don't.
Well, let's be honest, we've got enough items in here that could cause some issues. I don't think a crime boy would make much difference.
I don't know if it'd go with
We've
my
got
decor.
a whole cabinet, a whole cabinet of weird and wonderful curiosities in there. So I don't think one painting would make much more difference, would it?
No.
No.
So when you're looking around in your bargain hunting,
Get one and ask him if you can hang it next door.
yeah, can I just see if your workshop burns down before?
Yeah, test it out.
If you have it there
Leave
for
it
a
in
month and
yours
it's
for a
all
month,
right,
yeah.
we'll have it back.
Well, we could put one, do a raffle.
Oh yeah, have a raffle. Yeah.
I'll just make sure we keep in contact with the winner.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I won a picture once.
Did you go on?
That was like a fire.
Right.
Remember? Have you seen it in my house?
No, what's that?
It's going on. Mick, if you're listening, it's coming to the Mysteries group.
No, I believe Mick's raffle prizes are legendary. Actually,
Well,
I hear they're well known.
Yeah, they're pretty
well
good.
known after
Yeah.
he has this bad boy.
Put it this way, everybody wants the chocolates.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
There's been some good ones, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Not many, Mick, but there's been some.
No. Not some good ones, Mick. Don't listen to him.
Right. Hallucinogenics are bad for you, but also quite pleasant at times.
Which time?
Do you think what we saw? To be honest with you, we haven't really spoke, have we, about what happened at the weekend? First time in a good few years. I'll be honest. We had mushrooms, and it was ridiculous because it lasted for 10 hours. And the stuff I saw when I was sat on the rock on my own,
Like Kermit.
was absolutely unbelievable. But what made it was is on the backdrop. You can imagine the backdrop. There's a big hill behind what you could see, and there's birds of prey flying all over and everything. So it was just
What, in real life or what you actually saw?
No, in real life.
They were quite big, weren't they, the birds?
There were kites. There were some red kites, and then there was buzzards, and obviously everywhere I go there's a load of crows or ravens. They weren't that close, so. But they just added to the stuff I saw, which was mental.
What did you see?
Again, it's dead hard explaining. It's just the colours, and the skies were red and everything was fantastic. There was stuff shining out over the hill and running down the hill towards me and stuff like that. It was a bit weird, you know. But the first part, I'd say the first hour and a half of my trip was like a DMT trip.
Yeah, it's very
But I
close.
think that's because I had...
So how can you suffer that for 10 hours?
It's not as intense. It's just
not as intense.
And if you've had mushrooms, but never had DMT, I don't think you'd make the connection. But because we've had DMT and
an hour before we took the mushroom.
I think it has. I think DMT has an effect on loads of different drugs. I think once you've had that,
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does affect everything. A lot of years ago, when I'd had mushrooms years ago, I can't ever remember the geometric stuff.
yeah.
You know. But sorry about getting off the subject. I thought I just.
See, I mean, you were just really quiet because we.
Yeah, the only mushrooms
don't.
I've had are with me bacon and
Yeah.
tomatoes on a Saturday morning.
I love a mushroom on my breakfast. I do.
Yeah.
I've not had those.
I had an
no.
oat cake the other morning, Faye, with sausage and mushrooms on.
you?
It was delicious.
Did you hallucinate while you were eating
No,
it?
no, not at all. Not at all. But it was very delicious. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's where these differ.
These were
Do you
not.
actually eat the
This
mushroom?
was soaked in
Or
lemon
do you
juice.
drink
These
the
were
tea?
soaked in lemon juice.
What?
Soak with lemon juice to make them stronger.
And I tried to take one, they were like sludge. So I had to fill my glass up with Coke. So it was like.
So you do actually eat them? I'm sorry I'm being a bit...
drank it's like a lumpy drink it was.
Yeah. Really good.
No, things like that scare me. Because you can have bad trips, can't you? I've seen it on telly.
I thought you were going to have seen it on TikTok then.
No, on
actually.
telly.
you were
I've
going to
seen it on telly. You
Yeah.
can have bad ones. What happens when you can't... You were saying that's lasted 10 hours. Can you imagine having a 10-hour bad one?
Yeah, doing a nightmare.
Bloody hell. No.
I think it all depends what frame of mind you're in as well.
Yeah.
I think it does with any psychedelic drug. I believe.
Yeah. Bet it does.
Anyway.
There's loads of other different kind of mushrooms you can try. There's like lion's mane, that's good for you.
Oh, I have that every morning. I have my powder in my smoothie.
Oh, yeah. See, I've never had that. I'd like to get some.
What does that
Yeah.
do?
It's supposed to help.
It's very good for your health and everything.
Yeah,
In
mental.
general.
What?
Vinny has
What?
turkey tail mushroom
Yeah.
for his
Turkey tail.
cancer. Yeah.
You know when we had that gong bath?
Yeah.
What was that?
That shamanic tea.
What was
No.
that she came round and did? Like when we were. Did we have something there, or did she come round and do?
It was some
did she
oil.
do Reiki
It
oil?
was
What
lemon
was
oil.
it?
It was lemongrass oil. That was all.
Oh, I thought she came round and
No,
did
she was
something.
doing the aura thing, wasn't
She
she?
do Reiki or something on us while we were lying. I don't know what she did on us. That was a bit weird.
Did she rub your third eye with it?
Nobody touches my third eye. Nobody.
The bit of lemongrass.
That's my third eye, and it's not for anybody to touch or mess with.
Opened it if you'd have put that on it.
Yeah.
Nobody's messing with that, Faye.
No.
It's my private third eye.
Yeah. Rude again.
There's nothing rude about
Right.
it, Nick.
Speaking of which, how do you open your third eye? I'm reckoning we're all calcified here
Why?
because of the crap we eat and everything else. So how do you do it? How do you decalcify?
Well, meditation's the main one, isn't it, I think?
For those people that don't know what your third eye is, can you explain it, Clark, please?
It's your pineal gland.
Yeah. That's it.
which is in your head, forehead,
Centre.
and that's supposedly, not supposedly, it does, allows you to see things when you're meditating or in that sort of state. And it does work, it does exist. We've all had that, haven't we? We've all done it. But you're right in saying things like nicotine, caffeine,
Fluoride.
Alcohol.
fluoride, there's loads of things that... I was watching something the other day, as I'm always watching some crap on telly, as Lisa says, but it's very knowledgeable crap, and there's that many things now that do block it. If you really wanted to do something special, you won't be able to have anything. You'd have to live on dust and water, well, vegetables and water, wouldn't you? You know, it's that much stuff. It's just a matter of practicing. If I can do what I do now, and I will say I'm pretty good. I'm happy with my meditation anyway, so it works for me. I can get to where I want to go,
I can't meditate.
and I smoke, and I drink coffee, drink beer. Everything you shouldn't do, I do. So it does make you wonder, if I packed it all in, what experiences I could have.
Yeah.
Well, you're quite good, Nick, aren't you? Like,
I'm quite open to things.
yeah. And
As
I mean,
far
and
as,
you,
as far as psychic and that sort of thing do, Nick is very good. When he tries and puts his mind to it and he wants to do it, he's very good. He is very
so
good.
that's like you say, another good example, isn't it? Because I don't think you'll mind me saying that I know you don't smoke, do you?
No.
But you eat takeaway food,
Yeah.
you drink alcohol,
Lots of sugar.
you know, lots of sugar and stuff, and yet you can do what you do. So like Faye said, if you did this, what they call clean eating, and you cut out all of the man-made chemicals and stuff, do you think that would enhance it much more? Or is it just down to practice, whatever?
I don't know. I think if it's there in the first place, I'm going to say your God-given parts of your body. I would say that, the cleaner you are, obviously it's going to work better. But imagine if you had none and it was proper water, because it's supposed to be water. So if it was proper water and it was getting all the information all the time. But in this day and age, you've got like Wi-Fi and all the telephone stuff. I wonder if it'd be too much. If it was proper, just clean and clear, would it be too much? Well, I suppose a baby would be clear, maybe. Do you think? So would it have any?
Is that why?
Is that why children and animals
yeah,
more susceptible to spirit then?
because they're not sat there on Candy Crush, are they?
Well, it could be. And it could be why the increase in maybe autism, and I know people saying it's from injections and all that kind of stuff, but you know, all the different things that people have got, ADHD and Asperger's, and I wonder if that does affect. Don't know.
I think there's so many people with autism and ADHD and all that now is because they're recognising it as that now. Years ago, they just thought they were mental, or they were really naughty, or because they didn't understand that they or possessed.
I think
the past.
I think people are dead set on labelling everything, aren't they, these days? Everything has to have a name for it.
Yeah. When people
Labelled.
When people talk about cancers and stuff, I always automatically think it's a modern thing, but it's not. You go back to like Egyptians, and they say they've dug up mummies and they've got tumours.
Yeah, it's
and,
forever, isn't it?
you know, it's just odd. It's just all my brain works.
But I don't think... I know nearly every medium and psychic you see are natural born mediums. Which they aren't, are they? Let's face it. But there is people that are born with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And they've carried it on, haven't they, through the life. So I'm guessing they haven't not drank coffee, not had the smoke, or not had sugary foods or fatty foods. And they just carried on with life.
I think it must be like a kind of a muscle that if you don't exercise it and you don't use it, eventually it kind of ceases to be much use. Whereas if you're always exercising it and you're always using it and you're building it up like any muscle,
Definitely.
then it'll stay working, it'll stay, active, and I don't know.
Well, yourself, when we've sat in a circle and we've done stuff like that, we've been a bit lazy and we haven't done anything for ages, and we should get back to it. Because when we were doing it regularly, yourselves, we were picking up different stuff, we were feeding off each other, we were linking, it was more like a psychic thing between us, But we haven't done it for ages, so it'll probably take a few weeks to get back.
And maybe I know we talk about intention a lot, but I speak to a lot of people because I'm quite open with my subjects. I'm that age, I don't care if people think I'm a loon or what. I don't care. But I talk to a lot of people, not about flat earth. I talk to a lot of people about the pineal gland or something. A lot of people don't even know what it is.
No.
So if you don't even know or aware about it, go on, go for it.
Just do it, Faye.
Just
open your sweets. Go for it. Are you struggling?
I was trying to do it down there quietly. Hold on.
We'll wait for you to open your sweets.
Yeah,
There you go.
Thanks.
There you go. Sorted.
Thank you.
So, I don't know if you guys have seen where some of these faith healers. I don't mean about the ones on the church where they're bouncing about and telling people to get out the wheelchair and stuff. I mean proper. No, but there isn't there. Get out
These
the wheelchair,
American ones, they're very dramatic, aren't
you
they?
can get out and walk. I don't mean them ones. I mean there's some scientific ones that have done studies where they've actually reduced the size of tumours, and just by standing around and focusing on the mind on the tumour, it's actually reduced over a really short amount of time. So I wonder if you can decalcify just by concentrating on your pineal gland, or being aware that it's there, and
Paying attention to it.
maybe.
Because we've said no end of times, haven't we, that when we're just busy in everyday life stuff and we don't do anything like meditate or spend time round other like-minded people, we kind of start losing it, don't we, a bit? And then all of a sudden, when we start meditating or doing little circles with these guys, it starts to build, doesn't it? It's almost like you feed off each other. And we've said no end of times, the more time you spend around people who are very spiritual and like-minded, you start feeling a bit more spiritual and a bit more yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
Because it's almost
It's the
like you
same as when
draw off them.
When you spend more time around miserable people, it brings you right down.
Absolutely, yeah.
You feel that way, don't you?
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
We've stopped doing practicing stuff because of the same thing.
Yeah.
We felt that the energy wasn't there, we've stopped and removed the problem and then carried on, and everything's alright.
Yeah.
Because you will find that there's a lot of places that claim to be spiritual and they're not. It's just false advertising. I've been there, there's nothing spiritual
What do you mean?
about them.
Like these retreats and things that advertise, you pay an absolute fortune for a weekend away on these spiritual retreats, don't you, where you eat basically clean and have and detox and sit and meditate and stuff. Now, to cover expenses and cover overheads, you are having a weekend away. You'd pay to go and stay in a hotel, wouldn't you, for a weekend? I get that, but why they have to charge so much more? Because they label it as a spiritual retreat. I don't think people... It's everybody's God-given right to be spiritual and sit and meditate, and it's in everybody's best interest, isn't it, to do that? So why they have to? And it's the same when you go down that route. It's the same when you're on about your investigations, aren't they? If you want to buy something to do with work that checks for your wires in a wall, it's 20 quid. But if you want to use it for ghost hunting, it's 60. Do you know what I mean? Anything spiritual, paranormal, all of a sudden the price tag just shoots up, doesn't it? Don't know what that's about.
I was watching, with the beehive. On that,
KFC one.
Yeah. I watched that again the other day. I can't think what it's called. It's about being abducted for the listeners out there. And there's a part of that where that woman thinks she's part alien and goes around that bloke's house. And he's got every electrical wire meter reader all in the line.
Is this a documentary?
Yeah. Bosch, Stanley, and all these all in a line. He's got, and all they are for checking wires in a wall.
Walls, yeah.
And he's putting them round her head to see if he can get a reading.
Yeah.
Because she thinks she had an implant in her head. Anyway, getting back to your question about how you open it, there's meditations you can do for the third eye chakra.
I know, but I just can't meditate. I try and I just can't meditate.
Have you tried the I wonder what my next thought will be?
I'm already answering it.
So you don't have a black mind when you say, I wonder what my next thought? So what is your next thought?
It's as if I'm in front and I'm thinking about what I'm going to think about anyway.
So when you say to yourself in your head, I wonder what my next thought will be, what is your next thought?
And then my next thought will be, I know what I'll think about. I'll think about this.
Just weird you are.
I can't.
It works for everybody.
I can't.
Else.
I can't. Just can't quiet my mind at all. Can't. I just can't.
How often do you try? How often do you practice?
Not very often now. Give up with it.
Have you actually given up on meditation?
You need to
Well, part of it's time.
You need to do transcendental.
Yeah, I know. Have you seen the cost of that? And don't say you can teach it yourself, because I've tried that.
No, you can. I've paid that. I've paid that fee, so I know exactly what you can get for your money. And it's all you got to do is keep saying the same word over and over and over and over again.
There must be more to it than that.
There's nothing else to it than that. That is it. That is how simple it is.
While you're saying that word, concentrating on that word all the time, you're not thinking of nothing else.
You don't think.
But I do.
No,
this is where I can't concentrate.
If you just do this
enough.
now 10 times, rain.
Yeah.
Just keep saying rain, 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 rain. Come on, you can just do that now. I can guarantee you won't think about anything else apart from the word rain.
And then when you do start thinking about something else, you forget the word, don't you? And you stop saying it because you forgot the word because you started thinking. And then you bring yourself back, and as soon as you start saying the word again, it stops you from thinking anything else.
Yeah, and it will take, they say do it 20 minutes a day. And
Twice a day, isn't it?
But in that 20 minutes, you might not even do it on the first 20 minutes, but if you keep doing the 20 minutes every day, you will become quite good at it, and you will definitely will go transcendental. I've seen that word. Not rain, don't choose word rain, because obviously you're going to think about rain.
It has to be a word that means absolutely nothing to you, does it?
But if you go on Google and search for transcendental words, there's a list of for start off with, I think there's about 7 different words, and they're all like Hindu gods, and they won't mean anything to you. Just pick one and just say that word. Don't say, oh, I'll pick that one because it sounds like this and I'll remember it for that. You've got just better off someone else picking one and giving it to you.
Well, you did, didn't you?
I think so, yeah. Well, if you don't do it, you're not going to progress. Definitely works, 100% works.
We can help you out. Seriously. But you know what that involves.
What? What does that involve?
Yes.
I think it's just practice. I think any kind of meditation is perseverance, isn't it, and practicing. And it's dead easy for do it for a couple of days and think, oh, I can't do this. And you stop, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Or you don't do it as often and you miss a couple of days and then you go back to it, and then maybe when you're doing it somebody knocks on the door or the dog starts barking, so you think, oh, stuff this, and you stop again. It's you know, you need to persevere.
Yeah, and the only difference is if you paid £400 to go and learn your word, you're going to want to get your value for money, aren't you? Whereas if you just get it for nothing, you think, well, it's not cost me anything. I'll give up. I suppose there's that in it. I suppose that's why a lot of people who've paid the 400 quid don't give up. But it literally is that simple. You go and do a bit of a ceremony, chuck your ice and flowers over a Hindu deity, and he whispers your word in your ear. And then you go and do 20-minute meditation with your word. It does work, it definitely works. And when you get a bit more advanced, you get 2 words.
Why'd you get 2?
Just, I don't know. Perhaps it's...
Is that because it's £400? They give you 2?
Might be for another £400.
Yeah, £200 a word,
Well, I
it is,
do
yeah.
it when I do it now. I have 4 words.
How do you use 4 words?
Isn't this where the comes from? Originally, as just repeating that word, isn't it? That's basically.
See, I've got the thingy on me. I've been listening to that, but I feel that you've got to listen to them all the way through. Then start the gateway experience.
Okay.
He does that, doesn't he? On there.
I don't know what that is.
It's what they used, like the MK Ultra thing.
Right.
It's a bit like that. The gateway experience is what they train people doing that.
See, I've
Robert
taught
Monroe?
myself everything. Nick, Dave taught me how to meditate in the first place, got me into meditation. But the different sorts, it's just something you picked up and you work at it.
See, on his meditation, he tells you, I forgot what it's called, it's a box that's in the room, and everything that you're thinking about, you've got go and put in the box, shut the lid, and then turn your back on it.
Okay.
And then he starts with like the meditation. It's dead interesting. You should have a go at it. However,
I don't know how you can meditate and clear your mind though while you're listening to somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
it's a step-by-step thing. He's telling you what to do.
Difficult
And he
to
says, by the time you get to the end of it, you won't need any. You'll do it just like that. And the minute you start thinking about something else, you'll think of the box, and you'll automatically put everything in the box, shut the lid, and do what you've got to do.
And have you been trying that, have you?
Well, I've had to listen because I can't. It's got, I think there's seven tapes that are out there, but then I've been on the CIA website that it's on, and there's loads missing from it. So you're not going to do the full thing, are you? There's bits missing. There's bits that they don't want you to know and don't want you to know how to do it. So they've taken them out and give you the rest of the.
I think what you're doing here is overcomplicating things.
Well, that's
simple.
That is quite. I literally can't without someone telling me what to do.
If you just say one word, we can give you that word tonight. I've got a big library of Hindu books in there. We can pick a word for you tonight, and you could go away. Like I just said, you just say one word, keep saying it, and you won't think of anything else until you get that deep. You might forget your word, but that's done its job. Just start again.
Yeah. When you forget your word, if you keep saying your word over and over and over again, you know when you've gone transcendental, because you'll realise that you've forgot your word. And then I do it regular when I do transcendental, and I've gone transcendental and my body jerks to wake you back up. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to think about what it is I was doing, and then I was meditating, I was doing transcendental, what was my word, fine word. It only happens over a few seconds, but I forget my word and I have to concentrate on what I was doing to get my word back, and then just carry on with your word until you go back transcendental again and repeat over. And that's all that transcendental is, over and over again, just that.
I was watching a documentary a few months ago, about all these famous people that were doing meditation now and couldn't meditate, and every one of them did transcendental, and it worked for them.
It's because these days nobody's mind is still, is it? Nobody's. I think
You've got that much going on. I'm the same.
I think
I've
if
got
they
that much
did,
going on.
I think if they did meditation for kids, a lot of this ADHD thing could be, you know, it's learning how to be still.
Should do it in assemblies instead
Just
of doing assemblies.
absolutely, just be still. Just not just your
Well, they
body
do-
be
they
still,
do in
but
other
let your
countries, don't they?
mind be
Yeah.
still.
Well, they do it in
China do it.
in Hindu schools.
Yeah.
In Hindu
Yeah.
schools, I'd love to send my kids to Hindu school. They eat proper food and meditate every morning.
What a gift if you can quiet your mind to that.
Quiet your mind
Standard.
and just be still. Just be still. Stop
The whole
thinking.
world
Stop.
would be different if everybody did
Yeah.
that.
But transcendental's a bit different than every other meditation because it's not just like your mindfulness. It's actually your physical body as well. That's what brings you out of a transcendental state. Is your physical body is reversing some of the stress that your mind's put into your body. Doing transcendental, you're reversing that process. So when you go transcendental, like your arm could flick out
Yeah.
because you mentally have put something and stored it in your
I wonder
arm.
if that's what happened when we did the gong bath.
I was just going to say that's what happened
That's
to
what me
us,
and Marie
wasn't it?
did.
When we did,
We
when we
woke up
did,
and mine was here
My-
for no
my-
reason.
my hand was lifted up off the floor, and it was like really weird. And we thought we'd only done about
15
about
minutes.
15, 20 minutes, and we'd done nearly an hour. So, yeah, definitely.
Might have been. Need more gong baths than Marie.
Yeah,
I used to love going
Yeah.
on, didn't you? It's
Need
good.
a few more of them.
Yeah, it was good.
yeah,
Shame you short. You go that one that you.
yeah, yeah. We need to sort that out. We'll definitely sort one
He
of
said
those
he'd
out.
do as a private one. So
Mm.
That's cool. There's people that go around and do them. Maybe we could get someone come here and do us one.
Is it big enough? A room.
I don't think he could move them things he's got up there, could he? Those
we had
gongs,
massive gongs.
huge.
Huge
Born in
gongs.
Italy, weren't they?
Yeah. And
Born-
a cave in Italy.
Born because they're born. The
In a
gongs
cave?
are. Yeah,
Your gongs are born.
they're
Yeah.
born. They're not made. They're born.
And his biggest gong was in tune with the universe, wasn't it? That one.
Huge.
Yeah.
Quite
them
big.
all
They
in
make
tune
it
with
sound
different
really
planets, don't
nice.
they?
That one did actually.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's the building because it's the acoustics, isn't it? So
He had his
So you
shamanic
can have-
drum as well.
you
Didn't
can
he?
have the same gongs but in a different building and it'll have a completely different effect, can't you? But that place is quite small. It's got quite a low roof to it, hasn't it?
I
So
think it had quite a high vibration, if you like, because it was small and compact.
Yeah.
Because I went another one at another place, a bigger hall. Did you go that
Yes.
one? Wasn't quite the same.
No,
Which one was that?
it was in like a big hall.
Okay,
So
is that the
it's
one in
a-
Stoke.
No, so it was like there
don't
must
want
have
name
been
drop, can
there
I?
must have been about 20
Yeah.
20 of us there, all
And
lying
the
round
hall
in a
still
big
wasn't
circle,
full.
and it was like a big sort of a village hall, if you like. Do you know what I mean? Like a big room, and that was nowhere near.
Nowhere near as
Whereas the other one that we went in, the smaller,
Effective.
there was
Was that
only
on leak?
the small
the
one.
small one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was only five of us in there.
And that
Alright.
was the
Three of-
maximum.
Oh,
Three,
was it?
yeah, three of us. Three were friends. There was me, Faye, and another friend, and then there was two other people. Excuse me. And that was a completely different.
Experience
Yeah.
that was. And at one point,
I bet
we
it's
were
good, just an
convinced.
intimate one like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the ones we went, there was always a lot of people there.
And right at the back, he's got one of those copper pyramids. And he always says if somebody wants to lie under that whilst he's doing the gong
Yeah.
bath as well, he's quite happy for people to do that.
At one point, when he was using the shamanic drum, we were convinced
Bizarre.
it was bizarre because we were convinced he was next to us.
We went there.
And you know when you do this, and you shouldn't be because
Yeah,
you're
no.
supposed to be concentrating. So you open one eye and look, because we thought he was walking round
We
behind
thought he
us.
was walking around each one of
Opened
us
his eye and he'd
whilst
not
he was
moved.
playing
He
the
was
drum,
sat
and he
at
never
the front
moved.
on,
It
the,
is a
on his
weird
cushion.
feeling.
Yeah.
Isn't it, that
Never
is?
moved.
That's happened to us, hasn't it?
It feels like he's just here.
Yeah. You feel as feeling passing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, opened the little eye
Did
there. Had a look. Not my third eye.
No.
It was this one, and he was still sat on his cushion. Never moved.
But he did say, I don't walk amongst you kind of things, didn't he? He just sat there and he did whatever he did. And yeah, there was some bizarre things happened. But yeah, we need to get that sorted. It's a nice one there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
We could have a small one here if whoever did it, the stuff wasn't so big. Well, you know what I mean? I'll do anything here if it can fit in and it'll work. I can't bother.
He didn't have sound bowls, did he?
Singing bowls.
He didn't have those, did he?
I can't remember.
It was just the gongs.
Just the gongs and the drums.
Oh, and that water
he had.
thing.
Oh, that was amazing! Like a big thing, and that looked like a big didgeridoo. But then he tipped it up, and it sounded like water falling, like rain.
Oh,
yeah,
I know what you mean.
yeah, that was nice. Yeah,
They are called rain something always, aren't they? Then
I can't think of exactly what they call. But
So maybe
I know
it's
what
that
you mean.
then that we need.
yeah, to do that. Look it up. Let's go.
let's go.
Yeah, drumming circle as well. Could do that here. Drumming.
Yeah, definitely.
And all of these sounds and these noises are meant to like raise your vibration, aren't they? That's what they're meant to do.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It'll put you
Relaxing
into
though,
the
isn't
state.
it,
It can
Faye?
put you into like a. It's even the Kundalini stuff. Have you seen the Kundalini yoga?
No.
It's just breathing, fast, heavy breathing. You're sat in the lotus position and stuff like that, but it's fast, heavy breathing. You're rocking. But
Doesn't
as you're
that put you in
doing
the
that,
same state as DMT?
it can make you hallucinate.
Yeah.
But you can be doing it and you're rocking and you don't realise you're doing this because you were away and you were somewhere else, you know. Yeah.
Well, so
There's that many things.
when you think about the meditation and the gong baths and all of these different things, it is actually amazing what your mind can do and where it can take you
if you allow it.
if you allow it. Yeah, it's
right.
quite amazing actually, isn't it? And this is why I think people don't do it enough. They just don't allow themselves to stop and think and notice.
It's hard. What you've got to do is, I know you're dead busy and everything. We've just got to make the time for it. If you want to do it, you've just got
I'd
to
have to
make
get up at 5 though, and I can't to
10
do
minutes
that.
in the
I
morning.
can't.
Just do 10 minutes in the morning.
It does
Do
sound
it in the
really
bath
easy.
when you're in the bath. You know, when you have a bath at night time after work and after tea, and just do it in the bath or
Before you open your wine.
I don't have wine that often.
Cider then before you open your cider.
yeah,
I've heard you have a bath.
That's because I've had
of
2
wine.
days off work.
a bath of
And
wine.
I've got to go back tomorrow, and I'm
Oh,
not
right.
looking forward to it.
You have a bath of wine, Nick's just said. Kill
No.
2 birds with 1 stone.
No.
So, yeah. Fabulous. It's something I think we should maybe start doing again anyway. We were getting quite good results with it at one point, weren't we? So, you know, even if you only do a session, you know, when we do the podcast before or after for half an hour, which we said we were going to start doing anyway, didn't we? It's a little bit
How
of
did
practice.
you go on with Mark when he did the past life regression?
Didn't go a lot.
Did you know?
No, not a little bit.
Did you?
But
Were you listening to him or did you? Were you getting
I
in
couldn't
and
quite
out?
hear because those earphones weren't overly brilliant, were they?
Right, I don't know.
So I was trying, as he was saying, I was trying.
See, that's a bit. What's it? That's a distraction, isn't it? If
But you
can't hear
did. But
it
you did
right.
sort of go into
Only a little bit, didn't
You were
I?
in a relaxed state, weren't you? And you didn't open your eyes, and you were relaxed, and you were sitting, and
Yeah. He's going to sort all that out, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
going. He's, yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do with anything with your mind is a distraction. You know, you need to be concentrating on what you're supposed to be concentrating on, don't you?
I think if we were wearing these kind of headphones, and his voice was as loud as what we can hear in these headphones now,
Yeah.
I think that would have been a completely different experience. But hearing outside noises totally threw me. So I don't think I'd be very good at just him talking to me. I'd have to be able to block everything else out and only hear his voice in the headphones.
Well,
I think it would have been a completely different experience.
Well, he could try it on this, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he said something about his mic kept falling or something. as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, but
He
just
got
turning
another.
it off.
He had another thing, didn't he, to try as well? He said he'd bought another. I can't remember what it was.
What you've got to do is turn all these off and just have one and sit around with the headphones on.
Yeah.
And then he'll know if it works with this, whatever he wants to do.
Well, he did say he was going to come back, and
I'd like to lie down next time.
I thought
but
he
he
would.
said, yeah,
Well,
but
listen.
No, I thought he would have had you lying
no,
know
down.
where you
because
go
he
on a
said you fall
therapy chair?
asleep, and that's no good. That's what he said. He said he didn't want you lying down so that you didn't fall asleep, though. That's what he said, isn't it?
Where
You
we,
can't be
we sat
comfy
at the
though,
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can't.
No,
I can't really meditate sat at the table.
No.
I like be cross-legged on the
Sat,
floor
sat,
or
at,
whatever.
sat at the table on a chair with both feet on the floor, not cross-legged, and fold your arms, which is your hands on your knees. And I thought, I
would
thought the
like.
same.
I would like a go of it. Lay down.
And I
just to see.
I thought the same as Faye. I thought, oh God, I'm going to get dead uncomfortable here. But I didn't. I felt very, very comfortable to the point where I actually felt like I was sitting like this, which I know you can't see, but I'm like with my head right down, with my chin on my chest. That's how I felt. I was so relaxed. That's how I felt I was sitting. And then when we woke up, I asked Mark, I said, did my head, was it dropped like I was falling asleep? And he said no. He said your head never moved from looking across, which is bizarre because I actually thought I was looking down. And I was comfortable. It was just that the headphone thing that just wasn't quite right for me. But I absolutely would have another go because I felt very, very relaxed.
I'd like lay down and try it, just to see.
I would have to, I think. I don't think I'd be comfortable enough for sitting at a table. You know, so...
Try it both ways.
They tend to use, I think, in the big offices when you pay, they tend to use almost like a
Couch,
chaise long
yeah.
thing, isn't it? So your feet are up, but you're not actually lying down. You're sort of propped up, but with your feet up. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we definitely have him back for another go, won't we?
Soon, because I was here, was I, for the other
Well,
one, so... And I think
don't
he
know
wants
whose
to
fault that
start
was.
getting it going, doing something from here, so we need to let him get it right, don't we? So he's happy with what he's doing. And we're being the guinea pig.
Absolutely. I don't mind being a guinea pig at all. So,
So we've covered about 17 different subjects on that one.
yeah, started off with the crime boy and ended up in hypnotherapy.
Yeah,
How's
yeah,
that?
yeah.
So if you are listening and you do read me titles, don't be fooled. It's not a whole show about
Yeah,
that
don't.
subject.
Yeah, don't. Any of them. Don't
No.
ever read the title and think we're going to cover it completely,
No.
because absolutely not.
No.
It's just a starting topic.
Yeah.
The title is always just a starting topic.
One day we might become professional and just
I
have
doubt
it
it.
structured.
I doubt
Imagine
it.
that. A structured podcast.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
that's going to
I could do
happen.
that.
No.
Absolutely not.
Some of these guys read books and books and books before they go out, and they know absolutely everything. If I read a book, I still wouldn't be able to tell you what it's about. It just go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
We get by, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Well, just
And we have some listeners, don't we?
Yeah,
Some
we've got a
people
few.
listen to us. So, can't be all bad.
No, them 5 people really love it.
One of them's me.
Yeah, and if anyone does have a topic they want us to dismantle,
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's a good word, yeah. Rip to bits.
ruin,
Yeah,
dismantle,
yeah.
I reckon we
just drop
Like,
us a line
like a
on.
bad cover version.
What is it? What's the email?
contact@ghostencounters.org.
Oh, there you go. I
Yeah.
still don't know it.
Or you can
Still
just
don't know
message
it.
us on our Facebook page. Or is it Instagram, Nick? Have we got Instagram? Can people
It's Instagram.
contact us on there?
Yeah. Ghost Encounters of the Third Kind on Instagram. Yeah.
So there's a few different ways.
Mm.
I've got a massive
YouTube.
draft coming round here. Can you feel that, Faye?
The window's open, isn't it?
Freezing.
Is this which
Yeah,
one?
put the door shut.
It's a jar.
It's not, it's a door.
Hey. Where's your thing?
It's very windy tonight.
Oh, no, wrong one.
Wrong one. There you go. And I would like to apologise to everybody about not playing me flute this week.
Oh my God, I don't know about apologising.
Oh,
I think people are probably quite happy you're not playing your flute this
I
week.
thought you were bringing your didgeridoo this week.
I haven't got one.
Who said they got a didgeridoo?
Nobody.
No, Dean's got one.
Dean's got one.
Oh.
One of fits in here, you know. I've put it out the window.
Patter's he was there last night, so he said he was going to do another flute making.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I'd like to do it out of wood, though.
Yeah.
Well, we tried, didn't we, out of cane? I nearly did it out of cane. It was hard cane. You know, like a bamboo cane.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the solid bits out. Because every now and again it's closed off, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is hard to get them out. But,
I'd like to make some
Maybe it's a bit of a blessing that you weren't able to make another flute,
Yeah.
Nick.
Who tuned it
Let's-
up for us?
Shall we ask
my
Lisa
my drums
whether
are
she's...
here. I think my guitar might have to come here as well.
Let's ask Lisa if she's happy about you making another flute.
She loves it.
I'm sure. So, are we done then for tonight?
That's it for tonight.
Excellent.
Thank you for listening. If you got this far.
Yeah.
And just to anybody out there that has got a crime boy picture and your house is burnt down, we'll take it off your hands. Don't worry about it.
And your house is burnt down.
Got nowhere to put it. We'll have it.
If you don't want it in your refurbished house when it's done up.
No, you don't want that.
No, give it to us.
We'll happily take it off your hands and put it in somebody else's house for a month. Anyway, I'm going now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.